All right, welcome to this explainer, where we're breaking down what is honestly one of the most unbelievable moments in modern sports history. I am super excited to guide you through this wild July 2026 news that literally sent shockwaves across the globe. 41-year-old LeBron James choosing the Philadelphia 76ers for his final NBA chapter. So, whether you follow the league religiously or you just kind of want to understand the mechanics behind a massive cultural moment like this, we've got a lot of fascinating ground to cover.
I want you to put yourself in LeBron's shoes for just a second. Ask yourself, why would a billionaire, arguably the greatest to ever touch a basketball, actively choose to walk away from massive, guaranteed money right when absolutely everyone assumed he was going to announce his retirement? It completely defies conventional logic, right? And honestly, that's exactly what makes this whole story so incredibly captivating. Now, to understand the why here, we have to look at the inner battle he was fighting after the Lakers' brutal 2026 playoff exit. Look at this direct quote from his ex-account. He admitted, in a really rare moment of raw honesty, that he thought he was done. He had to take real, uninterrupted time away just to see if that competitive fire was still burning. The realization? Well, he isn't done yet. He still truly loves the game. Which brings us to a truly staggering number, 24. LeBron James is entering a record-breaking 24th NBA season. I mean, the physical and mental endurance required to reach this milestone is just completely unparalleled. This number really sets the stage for what this final run truly means, because this is uncharted territory for literally any basketball player in history.
Section 1. The shocking final decision.
Okay, let's dive into the specifics of his free agency choice, because how he actually ended up in Philadelphia is a whole story in itself. On July 24, 2026, the speculation finally ended. Despite all those rampant rumors about a storybook return to Cleveland, or a crazy super team-up with Steph Curry out in Golden State, LeBron officially chose to sign with the 76ers. He evaluated the entire NBA landscape and determined that Philly gave him exactly what he was looking for. And he didn't mince words about his intentions either. Listen to these powerful words. "This is my last decision." He publicly, definitively framed this as his absolute final move. He explicitly stated he isn't doing this for the money, and he isn't doing it for family comfort. So, no, this is definitely not some cozy victory lap or retirement tour. This is a gritty, hyper-focused pursuit of a championship. He wants to grind.
Section 2. Sacrificing millions for glory. So we know he said he isn't going for the money. Now let's look at the unbelievable financial mechanics of this move, because from a front office perspective, this is where the story gets really fascinating. We are comparing his massive $52.6 million Lakers salary from his final season in LA to the $3.88 million Sixers salary he just agreed to. Now sure, almost $4 million is hardly pocket change for most of us, but for a billionaire athlete, that is a colossal pay cut. Taking a hit like this is the ultimate proof that this decision is purely 100% about winning a ring.
And this brilliantly illustrates just how much he sacrificed. 2.35%. That is the microscopic fraction of the NBA salary cap that LeBron's new contract will take up next season. By taking such a tiny slice of the pie, he basically guaranteed that the 76ers had the financial flexibility to keep their heavy hitters and maintain a deep, incredibly competitive roster right around him.
Let's briefly break down the exact details of that contract. It is a 2-year veteran minimum. He gets that $3.88 million in the 2026-27 season, and then it includes a $4.07 million player option for 2027-28. And actually, that player option is the key to the whole thing. It gives him ultimate control over his retirement timeline. He can run it back for one more year, or he can walk away on his own terms.
Section 3. Clearing the cap space.
Now, even with a rock-bottom minimum deal, the modern NBA salary cap is just a complex beast. Let's shift over to the strategic front office perspective to see how this signing actually caused some ripples in Philadelphia. Because LeBron signed a 2-year deal rather than a 1-year deal, Philly didn't get the standard cap relief usually associated with a 1-year veteran minimum contract. This created an instant financial threshold issue, leaving the 76ers about $572,000 above the first apron, which is essentially a super strict salary limit that triggers severe roster-building penalties in today's NBA. So to make the math work for their brand new superstar, the Sixers front office has to execute one of the two exact options outlined here. Option 1, they could waive a player currently sitting on a non-guaranteed contract. Or, Option 2, complete a trade to offload just enough salary to duck under that apron. It's a relatively minor hurdle, sure, but a very necessary piece of the puzzle to finalize this roster.
Section 4. The Philadelphia Fit.
Let's move to the court and see how this builds into actual real-world basketball synergy. Finances aside, how does a 41-year-old LeBron actually fit into this specific team? Well, when you look at the new 76ers core, you can see exactly why LeBron chose them. You have Joel Embiid, an utterly dominant MVP-level center. You have Tyrese Maxey, a dynamic, lightning-fast guard. You have Jaylen Brown, a two-way force, newly acquired by Philly. LeBron slides in perfectly as the high-IQ veteran brain of an already dominant, ready-made contender. He doesn't have to carry the whole load anymore. He just has to orchestrate.
And let's remind ourselves that LeBron isn't just going to be some mascot sitting on the bench giving high fives at 41. Just look at his production from last season. 20.9 points, 7.2 assists, and 6.1 rebounds per game over 60 games. He still provides elite, tangible production. Those passing abilities, they will directly feed Embiid in the post and set up Maxey perfectly on the perimeter. And, the players totally knew this fit was perfect too. Behind the scenes, Tyrese Maxey, who already considers LeBron a big brother, along with Jaylen Brown, aggressively recruited him. Brown even posted #ThrowTheBallUp on social media, which is a phrase that quickly, like wildfire, found its way onto billboards all across the city. The current players wanted this super team reality just as much as the diehard fans did.
Section 5. Chasing the fifth ring. Now that we see how beautifully the team fits together, let's zoom out from the immediate roster and look at the massive historical context of this decision. Like, what is really on the line here? If we trace the geographic arc of his legendary career, a very clear narrative emerges. 7 years starting in Cleveland, 4 years transforming his game in Miami, 4 years redeeming Cleveland, 8 incredible years out in Los Angeles, and now Philadelphia stands as the definitive fourth and final franchise of his legacy. It is literally the epilogue to a historic career.
But he arrives in a city carrying a tremendously heavy burden, 43. It has been 43 long, grueling years since the 76ers last won a championship way back in 1983. That is a massive, agonizing drought hanging over the city of Philadelphia, which is already a fan base known for its intense passion and absolutely unforgiving demand for greatness.
But hey, if there is anyone on earth who understands how to break a curse, it's him. Think about the powerful thematic parallel here. Back in 2016, LeBron famously broke Cleveland's 52-year championship drought. Today, he faces Philadelphia's 43-year drought. The historic opportunity sitting right in front of him is almost poetic. It's a chance to do the impossible twice. So let's summarize the epic stakes of this explainer. He's trying to win a fifth ring, break that 43-year drought, cement his legendary status across 4 totally different franchises, and on top of all that, justify the ultimate financial sacrifice he just made. The pressure is honestly astronomical. The governor of Pennsylvania even officially declared July 24th LeBron James Day just to welcome him, along with the immense citywide expectations that come with him. Which leaves us with this provocative final question to wrap up our analysis. He's got the team, he has the motivation, and he's made the ultimate sacrifice. But as we head into this completely historic NBA season, the entire sports world will be holding its breath to see the answer to one thing. Can LeBron James turn belief into a banner one last time? Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Definitely keep your eyes on Philly because this season is going to be absolutely unforgettable.